Okay, here we go. This is the first real unit of Algebra 2. This is 1.1, but it's still kind of a review, just back to the basics of algebra. So, here's what we're going to be doing this lesson: evaluating algebraic expressions, simplifying algebraic expressions, and simplifying with fractions. So just quick little review here. Order of operations, we need to follow that with all of our problems. You've probably remember PEMDAS, or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. I don't say PEMDAS, I say GEMDAS because the P in PEMDAS stands for parentheses, but there are more grouping symbols than just parentheses. Okay, so the G here stands for grouping symbols, and so there's parentheses, but there might also be brackets. Let's see, you might see these goofy little brackets signify a number set. That's a really bad version of it, but just forgive me on that. A fraction is also a grouping symbol, so you want to solve on the top and on the bottom before anything. Let's see, little square root symbol, that would also be a grouping symbol. You got to solve inside there. Absolute value bars, you'd have to solve whatever's inside here first. So that's just some examples of some grouping symbols that you might see. All right, so it's not just parentheses. All right, so let's take a look at this. Evaluate. So basically, when we're evaluating, we're just plugging in or substituting out the number for the variable and then solving. Okay, I'm going to zoom in a lot here. So for number one, we have h plus 6 parentheses h plus j. So the first thing we want to do is just substitute everything out. So k is -1. So we got -1 plus 6 parentheses h is -6 plus j, which is -2. So I'm going to put that one in parentheses. All right, and so now I can just solve. We just have to follow GEMDAS, right? So GEMDAS would tell us to do the grouping symbols first, so do what's inside those grouping symbols first. So that would be inside here, I want to do -6 plus -2. Right, -6 plus -2 is -8. It's bad. There we go. -8. All right, now I need to update the problem. So just drop down everything I didn't use. All right, so now I have addition here, right? -1 plus 6, but there's no symbol in between here, so hopefully you remember that if there's no symbol in between, that means multiply. So if we have multiplication and addition, we need to do multiplication first. So we're going to do 6 times -8, which is -48. And then we can just drop down everything else. All right, so -1 plus -48 is -49. Here's your final answer. All right, moving on. Number 2. So first thing we want to do is just go ahead and substitute everything out. Z is 2, so 2 minus parentheses x is -6 plus y, which is 3, close parenthesis, and we're going to raise this to the third power. So what are we going to do first? I'm going to just write this out, GEMDAS. So I need to do inside the grouping symbols first. We have -6 plus 3. -6 plus 3 is -3. Don't forget to bring down that that 3, exponent of 3. All right, so now that I've updated the problem, we get 2 minus all this. So what do I got to do first? The subtraction or the exponents? I need to do the exponents first. So this here is really -3 times -3 times -3. And when you enter this into the calculator, make sure that you're putting this -3 in parentheses. If you just type in -3 and then raise it to the third power, you will get the wrong answer. You need to make sure that the calculator is including the -3. Okay? So, -3 times -3 is +9. +9 times -3 is -27. All right? So now I have 2 minus -27. And if we have back-to-back negatives like this, subtracting a negative is the same as adding a positive. Anytime you have a negative to the left of a parentheses, you want to change that sign to a positive and change all the signs in between inside the parentheses. Okay, so now we got 2 plus 27, which is 29. Okay, hopefully this is all review for us. Pretty basic stuff here. All right, number 3. It's going to start by subbing out the letters for the numbers. So A is -6, minus B, which is -2. Be careful with that one because we have a negative, and then B is -2, so I would write that in parentheses. And then negative C, which is 2, and we're going to square it. All right, so this is a grouping symbol, so I would not try to square this and then divide. We want to solve on the top and on the bottom first. All right, so I should do the bottom first because we've got some exponents. So 2 squared is 4, and then the negative out in front makes that positive 4 negative. Okay, now I'm going to do the top. I'm just going to change this to a positive and change this to positive as well. Okay, so now I have -6 plus +2. That is -4. All right, now -4 divided by -4 is +1. All right, moving on. First thing, sub out the numbers for the letters. Z is 2 minus y is -14 plus x is -4. So I would definitely put that in parentheses. All right. So what do I need to do here first? GEMDAS would tell us solve inside the parentheses first. Once I'm in there, I kind of start over again. Grouping symbols. Again, just to clarify this, so -4 is in grouping symbols, but there's nothing to do inside there. It's just the number -4. So you just move on to the next, which would be exponents. And we have exponents. So we're going to do -4 squared, which is -4 times -4, which is +16. All right. So let's just update this problem. -14 plus -4 times -4 is +16. So this is the updated problem. Now I need to solve inside here first. -14 plus 16 is 2. And looks like we get 2 minus 2. Looks like your final answer here is 0. All right, moving on. So that is evaluating. So just a quick little review here. Now we're going to look at combining like terms. I'm going to go ahead and erase this. All right, combining like terms. So just remember that like terms have to have the same variable, so they have to have the same letter, and those letters have to be raised to the same power. Okay? So this 4x squared is not a like term with this x. Even though they have the same, they both have x's, this one is raised to the power of 1, not the power of 2. All right? So let's see here. Do we have any like terms? Sure, we have just these. We have this 1y squared and this 5y squared. We don't write that 1 because it's kind of unnecessary. There's only one y squared there. So we just add those. 1 plus 5, that's 6, y squared. And then those are done. I always kind of cross them out so I know I'm done with them. And then we don't have any more like terms to add, so we just drop them down into our answers. And the most appropriate way to write this would be to write these in descending order from variables. So this one's x squared, so I should write that first, and this one's just a single x, so I should write that one next. Okay, and there's the final answer there. Let's see. Moving on, make sure you know these term or these following words like terms, expression, variable, constant, coefficient. If you don't, go ahead and I will link a video to 2.4. Term is just like one of these these things here. So like this is just one term, this is just one term, and this is another term. An expression could just be a single thing like x, or it could be 4x plus 2. It's just a different expression. So it could be something short, it could be something long. A variable is just like x, y, p, q, any letter to stand in for a number. Constant is a number by itself, so in this example 2 would be the constant, and the coefficient is the number in front of a variable. So in this example over here 4 would be the coefficient. Okay? Alright, moving on. It looks like I have I have a 15-minute max on these videos, so if I ever start running or talking quick or the video ends abruptly, you'll know why. So I'm going to try to get this one done in the last 4 minutes here. So we're just simplifying here. So we don't have anything to substitute out for these w's. We're just going to go ahead and multiply them out. So you might be asking yourself, do I need to solve inside here first? These are not like terms, right? 3w and 6 are not like terms, so I can't add them. So the only thing I can do is distribute this w3. Negative w3. So negative w3 times 3w is negative 9w squared, and then negative 3w times 6 is negative 18w. Okay, so don't forget to bring the w with you. So a w times w is w squared, and then if you just have a single w, just make sure you attach it with. Don't forget to drop down this 5w, because you've just done a little bit of solving, so you need to kind of update the problem. And now we just need to rewrite this after we combine these like terms. So I'm going to write the 9w squared first, and then negative 18w plus 5w is negative 13w. Okay, put that w there, or that negative. Alright, moving on. Just going to distribute here, and then I'm going to distribute there as well. So negative 9 times 4 is negative 36. Negative 9 times positive 3b is negative 27b. Okay, that one's done. Now I'm going to the next one. We got negative 3 times negative 7b, which is going to be a negative times a negative. So you can just treat the numbers as normal and then address the variables afterwards. So we got negative 3 times negative 7, so that's a negative times a negative. So the answer is positive 21, and it's just b times 1, so that's just going to be b. Alright, now negative 3 times 5, that's negative 15. And now let's go ahead and combine our like terms. So if we have a variable, we should write that one first, so let's combine that first. We've got a negative 27b and a positive 21b. So we combine those together, we're going to get negative 6b. And now let's combine our negatives. We get negative 36 minus 15, so we're going to get more negative there. It's going to be negative 51. Okay. Let's see if I can get this one done in time. We got negative 5r times positive 3r. So I can treat the numbers as normal. Negative 5 times positive 3 is negative 15, and r times r is r squared. Alright, now we'll do the second distribution. We get negative 5 times positive 2, that's negative 10, and don't forget the r. We're done with that. Now drop down this negative r. So now we just need to combine like terms here, which we got single r's are alike. So let's go ahead and write this one out first, because it is to the second power, so we should put that one first. So negative 15r squared. And then we have negative 10 minus 1. So we get negative 11r. Alright. Alright, looks like we're going to stop here for this video because I only got about 30 seconds left. Why don't you guys go ahead and give... you guys can give practice problems 1 through 12 a shot for today. Alright. We'll see you in the next video.